10 craziest things that happened during the pandemic. Everybody thought that the global pandemic is the most surprising and shocking thing that happened in the world this year. But it's time to prove them wrong. While everybody was going into a state of panic due to the pandemic, there were hidden and highly confidential incidents that happened in different parts of the world that are being kept beyond the public's knowledge. Far from being a conspiracy, there were actual incidents all over the globe that provided much-needed light moments against the heavy challenges that people are going through today. But before unveiling these hilarious things that happened during the pandemic, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to see our latest videos. Get ready to beat the blues floating around with 10 of the craziest things that happened during the pandemic. At number 10, the goat invasion. The residents of San Jose, California were still startled by the news of their community's home quarantine protocols when another major incident has caught everyone by surprise. A major invasion, and these invaders are hungry. But no, these invaders are not from the flesh-hungry gray-skinned Martians we used to see in movies, but rather gentle creatures whose only target was the residents' lawns. San Jose residents were caught off guard by the surprising revolution of hundreds of goats in their community. And it's not every day that one could witness this kind of situation. So one passerby can't resist that temptation to capture this incident. And the scene, as everybody could relate, sends a mixture of fear, excitement, and fascination. The residents have breathed a sigh of relief as the goats were later rounded up, but not after munching several bites on the residents' spotted plants. Now the biggest question is, who let the goats out? At number 9, invasion of the flamingos. It seems that there is a coordinated plan among our lovely animals to take over the planet and redeem their rightful place on the planet. Or maybe not. In San Jose, California, residents were surprised by the sudden appearance of hundreds of goats in their community. Imagine what the citizens of Mumbai have seen invading their lakes. Thousands of flamingos. Mumbai residents would rather watch these flamingos instead of running from them because of the breathtaking view it provides on the lake. The flamingos were such a large quantity that they turned the river into a pink river in a matter of minutes as more and more of their pals continued to arrive to take a break. Because of the imposed lockdown on their city, Mumbai residents were forced to stay in their homes, which gives flamingos a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to experience a purified air and enjoy the lake by themselves without any human interference. These flamingos are migratory birds and fly many miles across to visit India's western and southern coasts. Speaking of flying, the interest for a particular flying object has been rekindled recently and resurrected an old issue that begs for a definite answer. At number 8, UFO sightings. This time, the invasion must be real. From 2013, 2014, and recently, in 2019, UFO sightings have been confirmed by the Pentagon itself and released a statement about these incidents together with the release of 3 videos of these unidentified flying objects. A US Navy pilot was lucky enough to see one of these sightings in person and was able to record these flying objects through an infrared camera. It is said that the facts about UFOs are being covered up by the military themselves to prevent a widespread panic around the world. But suppose these flying vehicles are indeed from extraterrestrials. It appears that they are closely observing us from afar, observing our progress as human beings, and maybe just waiting for the right moment to attack us. While people were bewildered by these UFO sightings, this next sighting is surely not intended to scare people away, but instead provide them with a much-needed smile during these gloomy days. At number 7, a group of friends decided to wear their wedding dress during the pandemic. Community lockdowns have brought glooms in various parts of the world, The once vibrant place have now turned into a ghost town as people are strictly prohibited from going outside their homes as a preventive measure to stop the spread of the virus. For their part, Elissa Seibel, a photographer, together with their friends, decided to turn the gloom in their neighborhood into gladness by coming up with a crazy idea: wear their wedding dresses and have a photo shoot on their lawns. It was such a fascinating sight that their neighbors couldn't help but smile with this crazy idea. It's a good thing that there are people who are willing to exert an extra effort to bring smiles to their fellow human beings, which is the kind of effort that the world needs right now. Kudos to Elissa and her friends. It's now time to explore the latest breakthrough discovered during the heat of the pandemic. At number 6, the greatest breakthrough in the history of space travel. The European Space Agency has announced a breakthrough discovery that can potentially change the course of space travel forever. This new technology will immediately put the moon landing, Mars rovers, and other great achievements of NASA and other space companies under the relics of the past. Behold, the breakthrough component that would change space travel forever: a urine. It might be interesting to wonder if Buzz Aldrin was scratching his head in wonder while hearing this news. But yes, the announcement came from no less than the European Space Agency, and according to the agency, a chemical called urea, which is a major component of the human urine, can be a critical part in forming a lunar concrete. According to the space agency, when urea is mixed with the powdery soil of the moon called regolith, it could produce a material similar to cement. With this, it appears that the path towards Mars colonization is just one pea away, or maybe hundreds of liters of it. Here's another breakthrough discovery related to urine. At number 5, an Indian claims that the cure for coronavirus is cow urine or cow dung. Aside from human urine, it appears that there is another type of urine that holds a big potential: the cow urine, in which the European Space Agency has obviously missed. According to a man named Swami Chakrapani Maharaj, president of Hindu Mahasabha in India, a cow's urine can be a perfect disinfectant against the coronavirus. Not only that, but he also claims that consuming a cow dung would also help in repelling the deadly virus. Also, according to him, aside from curing a deadly virus, cow dung can also save someone and be in the good graces of the gods if it is applied all over the body while chanting Om Namah Shivaya, well-known Hindu mantra. Indeed, the cow urine and cow poop has never been this good. It's now time to look at another bizarre way of putting an end to the global pandemic. At number 4, essential oils can cure coronavirus only if it's wiped on. During this pandemic period, it's obvious that a number of breakthroughs have suddenly mushroomed here and there, which may be a hint that it's time for the brilliant minds to rise and shine in bright light into the world. Ayatollah Tabrizian, an Iranian cleric, had made a bold announcement recently saying that he has finally discovered the cure for the deadly coronavirus through the use of essential oils from a violet leaf. But that is not the most shocking part of his statement. According to him, the only way for these essential oils to be effective is if it's applied on the patient's anus. It appears that this Iranian cleric is a longtime believer of essential oils. Having written extensive studies about the powers of the essential oil, it is clear that he has an in-depth knowledge of this alternative medicine. But it's hard to imagine that it can cure such a deadly virus, much more be applied on a specific part of the body for it to be effective. While everybody's running away from the coronavirus, a group of people decided that, instead of running away, it's time to confront the virus in a very fun way. Number 3, Corona-themed art and crafts. Anyone? While countless people all over the world are busy hiding from the deadly virus, there were several brave people who turned the tables and brought a different war to the virus by creating a series of cute and colorful versions of it. Even if the microscopic appearance of the coronavirus can be an unsettling sight for most of us, creative people in different parts of the world have seen the potential of this appearance to be a great product. Through the arts and crafts platform called Etsy, they decided to sell their different Corona-themed arts and crafts such as Corona plushie stuffed toy, Corona embroidery, Corona pendant, and even a Corona crochet. Take that, coronavirus! For this next one, learn the true spirit of entrepreneurship from this inspiring story. At number 2, behold, a drive-through strip club. This is a case study of a true entrepreneurial spirit. When every business all over the globe is closing because of the global pandemic, one business in Portland has refused to follow the trend and instead innovate. The Lucky Devil Lounge in Portland has been closely observing the trends taking place all over the world, and as they see that the trend keeps on getting closer and closer to their doors, they decided to redraw their plans and infuse innovation on their business. One of the first innovative services they offered was the delivery of food inside their cars by the dancers themselves. But it's not only food that they delivered inside a customer's car, but also the full services of a nightclub. And it was such a good innovation that their business not only survived but thrived during the pandemic. And last but not the least, number 1. A 1980s book has predicted the 2019 coronavirus outbreak. It will surely send a serious chill on everyone. A lot of people are claiming that Dean Koontz has predicted, or rather warned humanity about the coronavirus outbreak in his 1981 book entitled The Eyes of Darkness. The virus in the book was called Wuhan 400, which is an eerie name for a virus since Wuhan is now widely known as the origin of coronavirus. But it appears that there's a veil of conspiracy covering its name. By doing a little research about the book's history, one can quickly discover that the original name of the virus in Koontz's 1981 book was Gorky 400, which was later renamed Wuhan 400 in the book's 2008 republished version. Conclusion: it turns out that the global pandemic isn't the only shocking incident this year, as various incidents have proved that they also have what it takes to bring shock and, yes, craziness in this world that is now filled with fear and worry due to the coronavirus. With the top 10 craziest things that happened around the world during the pandemic, which of these incidents is the craziest one for you? Let us know in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to see our latest videos.